Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today I'm going to be checking out some more music from an act named Therma. This track is titled Falling From New Heights, and if we switch over to here, I have the pleasant, wonderful task of reviewing more music from Therma, and the reason I say that is because I've reviewed tracks like Born for This, Dreams I Forgot, Die Another Day, and I've enjoyed my time with it. I will try to discourage myself from being biased by these experiences, although I will, if I'm completely honest with you, I still have Dreams I Forgot stuck in my head to this day, and that's very rare. I'm not saying this to be nice or saying this to be sort of like friendly. Literally, I still have this song stuck in my head from when I listened to it. It's a great track. If you haven't listened to Dreams I Forgot, go check it out if you enjoy this song. We're going to listen through this track from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Oh, fantastic lead in there. Oh, okay. I'm liking the synths with the guitars, actually. Nice active drums. Really catchy little sort of intro hook. Oh shit. Sorry, excuse the language, but like the panning of those vocals there in that high range, they sit so nicely on top of the other elements there. And there's that little bit of space there just where things sort of echo out. It's a really smart move. I mean, a lot of bands and a lot of musicians will just continue that sort of like the intensity of the chorus or the intensity of that open riff, but I like how it kind of struck it down a little bit. It's a dope decision. This is a little bit more upbeat than a lot of the stuff I've heard from Therma, and I kind of like the change in vibe and atmosphere. It's nice and positive with these interesting distorted synths on the sides there. It's very, it does sound like you're floating in midair. The Falling Through New Heights part with that vocal fry was absolutely chef's kiss, man. Like, that was sensational. I like the vibe, the friendliness, the kind of teamwork, the invitation to fall from new heights, to just kind of go up and climb with them and see what happens. You know, falling and see what we're made of. I adore it. It is a more sort of catchy single than what we've had previously, and I like the direction we're going in with this. I like the fact we're sort of straying, like we've still got those guitars coming in the chorus, but they're a sometimes thing, and that makes them more impactful. I don't think that all rock and metal should go in this direction. I love my guitars, but at the same time, the synths sound engaging and interesting enough, and there's this nice sort of amount of low to mid-range in them to sort of fill it up and add a dreamlike atmosphere to it. I think it works really well with what we're talking about with the lyrics and everything like that. It's really, really smart stuff. Was that synth lead a little bit too loud for the mix? I'm just wondering if there was a little bit too resonant there. It was nicely panned and I found it entertaining. I'm kind of two minds about it because I still thought it sounded cool, just it might have needed to be like 0.5 dB quieter than that just to kind of sit there really nicely. But it's okay though. It's okay. It still sounded dope. I like the difference of the lead texture from the vocals. Okay, we're really reiterating upon that hook line. I was hoping it would go half time, and I adore the fact that we had that Falling From Your Hearts a second time there. Great telegraphing, dude. It's almost like we got like a... Almost like my mind was read. That lead on the left is a fun idea. Da 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 da. It's a really catchy melody there. Like the vocals simplify a little bit to make room for that. I think that's a really smart decision there. Wow, man, I'm blown away by that. I'm definitely stoked. I'm in a good mood. I'm in good spirits after that. Because this is the conclusion of my review of Falling From New Heights by Therma. We are continuing true to form. This is another solid track from Therma. I think the song is about that one fan who's always believed in Therma and what they're doing, and they're encouraging that fan to come with them together to fall from new heights, to see how high they can climb, to go through that journey with them. And I think that's a really beautiful sentiment there. That one friend who always believed in them. I think that's gorgeous. It's nice and upbeat and friendly and positive. I think it's a really good direction, both thematically and artistically, because anyone can write a sad song. You know, anyone can write a sad song. There's like unlimited stuff to write about that's sad, but writing an upbeat sort of positive song that's not cheesy is incredibly difficult, and we managed to smash that out here. It didn't seem disingenuous. It had a lot of sort of authenticity to it. Because I'm already familiar with what Therma has put out, you know, in the past, it was a nice contrast for me. It continues to keep me engaged. It seems like Therma really cares about these people in his life. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful story to listen to, and I'm very happy I got the chance to listen to it. The vocals were fantastic. They sounded nice and breathy, great vocal technique from the hidden chest voice, nice vocal fry as well in some of those chorus sections there. We've definitely got that stuff nailed. Lots of different melodies and ways of approaching it, variations in the rhythmic phrasing of different sentences and stanzas. It's a fun listen all the way through. I genuinely vibed with it. It's great to hear someone who cares as much about what they're doing. And I say that again as from an unbiased platonic perspective. If everyone put as much effort into this music as Therma did, then I'd just be happy with my reviews all the time. It's wonderful. And the fact that I feel elevated after listening to him tell this story means that this music has had a positive it's had a positive effect on me. And I actually really enjoy that. It's nice to feel this way after I listen to a track, because again, there's a lot of people writing tracks and songs that are not that upbeat and they're not that positive, and it's a shame because there's an untapped market for people not wanting to feel sad, that are wanting to potentially actively listen to music as opposed to passively and just vibe. The structure of the track here with that intro, that slow build coming into that chorus motif and then going straight into the verse with a very little intro chorus is a fantastic choice there. Gave us the audio production, the quality of the recording first off. Then we had things sort of come down a little bit with those synths and the vocals and the really tight drums. There were lots of range in the quarter, 8th and 16th note grooves there, going between like normal and halftime, like at the end part. You know, there was fantastic development between, the different sort of verse and chorus parts and everything like that. We had a little lead section as well there where, despite the fact I'm still relatively in two minds about whether it was too present or not in its position, still sounded great. It was a nice staccato sort of little adjustment to what we had sort of from the main vocals, but that's okay. I think it's really cool. A lot of people would put a guitar solo in there and it might have sounded cool, but to switch it up with synths was a cool move. I'm really happy with that. There was lots of range from those synth parts as well, including some interesting little higher timbre notes there that I thoroughly enjoyed my time with at the end, some little cute sounds there. And synths can add a great amount of character to a track, especially when you put them in unison with some of the vocal melodies and add a nice little tail that's nice and pretty to listen to at the end there before the chorus. And it's gorgeous, man. It's a nice way of splitting things up and keeping them sounding fresh. Along with some drum fills that we had occasionally, the bass line sounding nice and sort of like structured and anchored to those root notes. The guitar coming in those hook parts and really sort of making them sound much bigger and nice and full of life and full of adventure and wonder. And it was nice and starry with beautiful sort of major and minor harmonies there that didn't sort of overcomplicate themselves by needless extensions or anything like that. It was incredibly easy to sort of like digest and understand, and like was never bored at any point. It was great use of real estate in the 3.5 minutes. Fantastic length for a track like this. I really hope that Therma can find some people to listen to this music. I really hope they get an audience because they deserve it. It's really well thought out and constructed and written music, and there wasn't a note out of place. The production, recording, mixing and mastering was sensational. You know, aside from that one bit that I mentioned about the presence of the synth in that lead section, everything else was recorded incredibly well, nicely EQ'd and nicely leveled. The drums were nice and punchy and nicely sidechained. The bass was nice and I've said nice a lot of times. It was neatly held in that low range there. The guitars were wonderfully double tracked, nice and full sounding. I've said nice again. I'm gonna go take a break and tell myself I'm gonna go read a thesaurus and find words other than nice. The synths varied in position and textures, but mostly they were soft and pretty sounding ones that really made it sound elegant and sort of dreamlike. And you know, all in all, man, it's just really well done. And there were lovely harmonies there with the vocals that were transcendent because of the fact that things were compressed well, nice and wide in the stereo field, no weird resonances in the frequency spectrum, limiting compression and mastering chain, nice and loud without pumping. This is my review of Falling from New Heights by Therma, another track I'm really happy with. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you did, please do go check out Therma's various social medias and their Spotify page, and stay cool and stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time as they need the help. More than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, and I'll catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.